What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl DOPEaxxPANA, and today I'm going to be doing a jumbo box braid tutorial on myself. And guys, I'm super excited because I never get to do my own hair anymore. I'm always super busy, so I was just so excited to do this tutorial. So I started out by parting my hair in half. I'm going to be working in two different sections, and then I'm going to show you guys how I part out that first row, and I am defining my parts off camera, and I didn't really show how I parted like every single row, just because like if you guys can see in this clip, like this is what I have to do to part each row, and it's really hard to film. So I kind of like skipped out on showing you some parting, but I am going to be showing you guys how I parted this back row here. Gotta be wrong before it's right. So I am doing square parts, and I am using the rubber band method, and today I'm using the Black Panther Strong Edge Control to define my parts, and I'm using Shine and Jam just to like sleek my hair into the rubber bands. And I always say this whenever I'm doing rubber band tutorials, you need to make sure that you are not putting the rubber bands super tight, especially if you're doing jumbo box braids, just because the braids are really heavy and it's just a lot of tension and it will be painful. So you want to make sure that you do not put these rubber bands too tight. Try to mend what's left of my content and comprehension as I take the stress of the mess that I've made. Don't know why. So once I'm done, this is what the back section looks like completed, and I did a total of 4 rows. For the style in total, I had a total of 22 box braids, and someone had recommended that I try the 22 box braid method. I guess for jumbo box braids, when you do 22, it makes it look more full as opposed to like being able to really see the scalp. So someone had dropped in my comments that I should try the 22 braid method, and so here I am trying it, and I absolutely love it. And I can't hide, 'cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. And I can't hide, 'cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. Next, before I complete any braids, I'm going to go in and moisturize, and I'm doing that with this anti-itch spray that's infused with a bunch of oils. I absolutely love it. And then secondly, I go in with Certified Bella Beauty's Scalp Therapy Oil, and I oil my scalp, and I also spread this all over my hair that's going to be in the box braids too, because it's important to keep that part moisturized. So I go ahead and put it in my hand, and then I just like rub it into my natural hair. Now the monsters are the ones that... To complete this look, I used 4.5 packs of Expressions braiding hair, and I did cut it in half and feather it. And I have a detailed video on my channel of how I feather hair, so if you're interested in seeing that, go ahead and click the top right section of the screen, check that video out, and then you guys can come back to this one when you're done. So to add the synthetic hair in, I'm going to lay it over my natural hair and pull my natural hair to the side. Then I borrow some hair from one of the strands, and that's how I create my third leg where I start braiding. And you will see me just borrow hair from other strands just to make sure that all the strands are even, and I can feel in my hands when it's not even, and so that's how I know that I need to borrow hair. I do have a video on my channel, a couple videos actually, where I show different ways that you guys can start box braids, and it is slightly different when you're doing it on yourselves. I think it is a little more challenging, but if this method doesn't work for you, then you can also try one of those methods in the video. You will see me add edge control as I'm braiding down just to make sure that my hair is blending. And also I do switch my hands a couple times in different positions depending on how far down the braid I'm going. And that's just to make it easier for me to braid. Every happy phrase engraved in my mind, and I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write, but still the growing pains that keeping me up at night. I can't hide, 'cause growing pains. Each pack of hair created a total of 5 braids for me, and that's one way that I made sure that all my braids were the same size. I just made sure whenever I opened a pack, I sectioned it into 5 even pieces, and that's how I made sure that all my box braids were even. Comprehension as I take the stress of the mess that I've made. Don't know why I even care for grown.
if it's just alone, yeah. I guess the back can get better. Gotta be wrong before it's right. Every happy phrase engraved in my mind. I've always been a go-getter. There's truth in every word I write. But still they're growing pains that keeping me up at night. Hey, hey, hey.
So I know in my last jumbo box braid tutorial, a lot of you guys wanted to know how I braided the hair all the way down to the ends. And basically I just braided down until I can't braid it anymore. I don't like to leave any loose hair at the bottom of my box braids. I think it makes it look a lot neater when you braid it all the way down. And so that's what I do for the ends of the braids.
Know it all can take your own advice, can find pieces of my peace of mind. I cry more than I want to admit, but I can't lie to myself, to anyone, cause phoning it in isn't any fun. Can't run back to my youth the way I want to, the days my brother was quick.
And y'all, I'm so excited because I'm on my last braid, and y'all don't know, like, that's the best feeling ever. This style took me 4 hours to do, which is really not too bad, to me at least. When I do it on other people, it usually takes 2 hours, 2.5 at the most, so the timing is about right. So once I have completed all my braids, I'm just going through with some scissors and I'm kind of trimming away any flyaway hairs, and I'm going to do this to all the box braids just to give it a neater finish.
I try to ignore it, but home's looking farther the closer I get. Don't know why I can't see the end. Is it over yet?
Next, y'all know I gotta put some baby hairs. Okay, we already talked about this. It definitely makes my forehead look smaller and just adds to like the cuteness of the style. And to do that, I'm using Hicks Total Transformations Edge Control, which is like $16, but super worth it. It's definitely one of my favorites. And yeah. Then I go in and I put mousse on it. And when I tell y'all, like, baby, this feels so good. Like, oh, it's the best feeling in the world. So I go ahead and mousse it, and then I tie it down with styling strips. And I did hairspray my edges with the Got To Be Glued Freeze Spray. And I've been using that a lot lately just because I had ran out of spritz, and I like the way that this works also. So I've been using this a lot in my videos. And to finish off the ends, I'm dipping them in hot water. And y'all, I finally got me like an electric kettle thing. I don't know what this is called actually, but I'm dipping the ends of my hair in hot water, and this helps to seal them so they don't unravel, and it also loosens the braids up a bit. And you do want to be extremely careful with this because I burned myself a couple times. Like, you really have to be careful, especially if you're doing it yourself.
Don't know why I even care for grown.
I did go ahead and spice up my braids with hair jewelry, and it makes so much more of a difference when you do like the clips or just the string. So I'm going ahead and tying string around, and someone had asked me how I do this, so you can kind of see it in this video. I'm basically just crossing the string in the back and going back and forth with it. It's really not like anything super crazy. One thing that I noticed that people do that kind of messes up the string is if you pull it too tight, then the braid will kind of like wave up or something. I don't know how to explain it, but you don't have to wrap the string around super tight like that, so just keep that in mind.
Hey, and I can't hide, 'cause growing pains are keeping me up at night. Starting to look like Miss Know-It-All, can take her own advice, can find pieces of my peace of mind. I cry more than I want to admit, but I can't lie to myself, to anyone, 'cause phoning it in isn't any fun. Can't run back to my youth the way I want to, the days my brother was quick at a fool. AM radio, not much to do, used monsters as an...
And y'all, this here's my finished look. I hope you guys love this tutorial. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share it if you love it. And I have a video coming soon where I did a bunch of cute hairstyles with these braids, because I know a lot of people are like, can you put it in a bun? Can you do this? Like, y'all, when I tell y'all I was fucking it up in these braids, like, I can't wait to drop that video. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video, and I'm out.
Guess who back in the house? Heels click clack and about. Fine fresh feminine style to 11. I'm divine so heavily. Gentlemen sweating it's down across the board no doubt. Body like what?